What is up, guys, and welcome back to GameBird Classic. Last month in the big September Direct, Nintendo announced the new Switch Online expansion pack, and the world rejoiced. However, pricing details recently dropped, and, well, that was met with a slightly different response. That's what we're going to be discussing today, so hey, if you guys enjoy this video, hit that like button, really helps the channel out, and don't forget to smash that subscription button and smash that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I upload brand new Nintendo content. But without further ado, let's dig right in. Welcome to GameBird Classic. So really quick, before we jump into the big topic, I just gotta say, I have been playing a ton of Metroid Dread, and man, this game is glorious. I want to say I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and seriously, if you are a Metroid fan and have not played this game, stop what you're doing, stop this video, and go get it now. And if you've never played a Metroid game before and are curious, stop what you're doing and get this game right now. It is that good. Oh, and the difficulty is no joke at times, but completely fair. And as you improve, obstacles that once seemed impossible suddenly become easy. I can't say for sure until I finish, but this may be, just maybe, the best or second best Metroid game in the series. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Nintendo Switch Online. So last month, Nintendo announced that both Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games would be making their way onto the Switch Online service through a new tier called the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, which is a brilliant name as it is a throwback to the Nintendo 64 expansion pack that you needed to play games like Majora's Mask and Donkey Kong 64. And this was an amazing reveal for fans of the Nintendo 64. And to make it even better, the list of games even included rare games like Banjo-Kazooie and Perfect Dark. We are even getting the inclusion of online multiplayer with some titles, and Genesis games coming to Switch Online were the icing on the cake. But Nintendo said we'd be getting pricing at a later time, and well, that was definitely concerning. But I figured it would be around a $10 to $15 increase. That seemed about right, making the total package with NES, SNES, Nintendo 64, and Genesis costing anywhere around $30 to $35. Seemed realistic and still like a great value. Well, sadly it turns out it will be a whopping $30 increase, bringing the current $20 annual fee to $50 if you want to play Nintendo 64 and Genesis games. That is a lot of money to ask for, and I don't personally think the value is there. Now, if the service included Game Boy / Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance titles, then I'd be way more on board, or even maybe some GameCube titles. There are so many great GameCube games that deserve a home on the Switch, and asking $30 more a year for Nintendo 64, Genesis, and a handful of GameCube titles sounds very fair to me. Now, I should mention that the expansion pack also includes the brand new Animal Crossing DLC, but if you aren't an Animal Crossing fan like myself, that really won't add any value to the service for you. Plus, what happens if you cancel your subscription? Do you lose access to the DLC? Wouldn't it make more sense to buy it once and just own it forever? I feel really conflicted about this. I've been wanting some of my favorite Nintendo 64 games on the Switch for so long. Games like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Banjo-Kazooie, and Paper Mario. But I also feel like the asking price is just not justified, especially when you consider what you can get with PlayStation Plus or Xbox Games Pass. For now, I might just sub for a year to play the games I've been wanting to play, then revert back to my basic subscription. But I'm really hoping to see things like Game Boy Advance, Dreamcast, or even GameCube added to this tier with no additional fee to make it feel much more worthwhile. But the drip feed of games has been so slow, let alone the addition of new consoles, so who knows if or when that would even happen. The saddest part about all of this for me is that this $50 annual service pales in comparison to what the Wii offered with Virtual Console. I would have much preferred Nintendo to just add a legacy section to the eShop and sell Nintendo 64 games at $10, $15 a pop. They'd make more money and we'd get to pick and choose which games we want and we'd own them. All in all, I really hope Nintendo does more to beef up this service and make it a great value. Honestly, it's hard to recommend the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack to anyone unless you're absolutely dying to play Nintendo 64 games on your Switch. Like I said, I'll probably upgrade for a year, but as of right now, I don't see myself resubscribing unless a ton of value is added. But what do you guys think? Is the Switch Online expansion pack one big ripoff, or do you think it's a good value? And will you guys be upgrading to this new service? Sound off in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear what you guys are feeling. And hey, I'll see you all on the next Game Bird Classic. Peace.